Hey guys! How is everyone? Hello Rickster, hello Kid Bash, hello Chris. Who do we have here? Hi. Guys, who is here? Say hi. How is everyone doing? Today we are earlier a bit. Oh, I'm 3 minutes ahead. How going, dude? I'm good. It's here today was 37 degrees. For my area, that's like extremely hot. So I'm continuing with my streak of like melting my existence. Oh, wait a second, I forgot something. So yeah, I'm super extremely. No, this is not fun. This weather, like up till like 32, 33, it's like well bearable. But damn, 37 is way too much, especially in the concrete jungle where I live. What's the weather on your side? Chris is saying Necrons are my boys. That's all I play on 40k. Well, Necrons are amazing, so I totally can relate. Even though this is a commission, I still would say that Iron Warriors and Necrons are my favorite faction from the 40k. And Necrons from the sheer reason that they resemble Tomb Kings. Come on guys, Tomb Kings are awesome. So today, as you can see, these minis are in the following status. That means that they are almost done, so there are like two things remaining to be done. One is hard and crucial, and that is what we're gonna do from the get-go, and that is to do an edge highlighting of various pieces of especially the faces. So it's as you can see right now, his face is like too glowy to say, and it looks lousy. So what we need to do is just edge highlight the metallic parts, so we somehow not lower the glow, but we differentiate it from the everything else. Well, thank you very much for subscribing and following. Hello, Patio. Listen, it's how to pronounce your name. It's Pato or Patio, because Patio is in like my country, Slovakia, is like Patrick. We call them Patio, but you may be a different nationality, so sorry if I'm butchering it. Hopefully I'm not. Alright, we are about to start, so now I will lean a bit. Oh shoot. And notice I'm almost like stippling it. Well, look, I do something different. So I move camera here, move my lamp like this, and I need to lean further. So tell me if you have a good camera view, and I need to like lean like here, and really need to be careful because this is like the most important step of all, to highlight the face and to differentiate it from everything else. It's just a silver color, but actually not. I will not use silver in this case. I will do a mix between gunmetal and silver. Because hello Deno Jujo, my brother from the gym. Yeah, it's short Patricio, Patrick. Also you're Spanish. Oh, sorry, for some reason I was like thinking that you're Slovak. It also means duck, which is funny. And my surname in Hungarian means bee. Which is the dumbest name. Like, it's not a badass name. I would love to have, but hey, you cannot choose your name. Well, technically you can, but that would be a shame on whole my bloodline, and we need to like maintain it. There wouldn't be a day past of me not thinking about changing my name to Perturabo. Alright, so as you may see, do you see it? What I'm doing now is very, very fine detail work of doing the edge highlights on the weapons and on these metallic parts. So this, even though it might seem like a small deed, is really differentiating between like the tabletop quality and display quality. And you might not see it now, but when I will do the grand reveal, grand presentation tomorrow, you will see what I'm talking about. And yeah, changing to gunmetal was a right move because silver was too bright, and that would like ruin the whole purpose. So the agreement with the client was my client didn't want them to shine that much. So, and I agree, I totally agree. So the glowing parts will be toned down because A, we want to like make the rust, no, not rust, make the grime pop. And the B, they're located on a desert world, and these models are under the bright sun. And under the bright sun, which is strong source of lightning in general, all the glowy parts, even though the Necrons glow really bright, we need to tone them down a bit. So yeah, hopefully I explain it properly. So all the unnecessary parts which I targeted with airbrush, the glow needs to be toned down. The face is the most tricky part on this, because if I screw it, there is no chance for correction. So I will just spit out this nicotine pouch, which I am chewing right now. I need to make sure my hands are not shaky at all. Guys, check my Patreon. Today I release my one of the best models I ever sculpted, which is like Troll King with his court jester. That was the art inspired by one and only Paul Bonner, and that's a really cool cartoony looking troll. So make sure you download them for those who are subscribed. Okay, I think this one is okay. Let me move him here. Now let's do the ordinary soldier. I'll have a sip of water. Looks good to me, so I'm not that good at painting personally, but I'm gonna try some new ideas when I start painting again. Seriously looking forward to doing so. Well, it's great, because Necrons are very good for beginner painters. Because you can get away with a lot of, like, I would call them easier techniques. So look, I'm just see how I'm toning it down on the head. So I make sure that only eyes glow. And on the weapon too. So here. Hopefully you see it properly. Yesterday, me and my wife were watching like fourth episode of House of Dragon. Man, that was amazing, especially the last few minutes. I was always wondering how, if it's a plot hole or not from George R. R. Martin, that take the sheer size of Vagar, the biggest dragon, right? How do they sustain it? What are they feeding this dragon? Because the dragon is so big that it literally would make a whole kingdom go into famine. So imagine how much food it has to consume a day in order to sustain itself. Do we have any like Game of Thrones nerds in here which are like really deep into the lore? I would love to know how the George Martin explain it, because that would kind of require a proper explanation, because that has to the size of a dragon, it has to like has to eat a ton of food. Okay, this one is good. Let's do this leader. No, let's do this. Whatever it is. My two kids run Space Marines and Tyranids. I feel bad for my youngest and the Tyranid army that needs painting. Well, Tyranids are cool as well to paint. You can play with a lot of like oil washes and what you call it, and the flesh tones. Yeah. So almost I'm like stippling its head, right? And I'm using Kolinsky brush, so this is expensive brush for this detail work. Even though it's like not recommended to do so, because it damages the structure of the brush, because those little metallic parts are tearing away the fine bristles. However, I have a couple of them, and there is like no other choice for me. Okay, see how the glow is toned down. Okay, let's check these 3 scarabs in here. Wow, it's so hot, my palms are sweaty. Mom spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready. He drops palms. You know how it goes. Yeah, this is like, these conditions are pure hell. Literal hot hell, because I need to if my hands are like shaky and sweaty, that's not helping the overall fine work. Now this one's cool. Let's do this one. Hello, Hochi. Painting this is more fun than painting Marines. I feel like I actually get to paint when it's box Marines. Is always same. Yeah, and the humanoids in general, especially the Marines, are kind of hard to paint when it comes to like fun versus effectiveness ratio. Tyranids are way more fun. Like these organic things can be done nicely with the oils and the different flesh tones. Let's go and paint this. Okay, this is nice. The good thing is that per each model there is not much of this detailed work to do. But, whew, man, I'm shaky and sweaty. This is the hero unit, so I need to be careful in here. Okay, that's cool. Now let's tone down this weapon a bit. So we want only this ball to glow. Let's do this. Also this weapon. Notice that this is heavily kit-bashed. His weapon is heavily kit-bashed, so that he has one extra arm. Because I like to break the monotony of the models by kit-bashing. And the right kit-bash carnage, you know what I'm talking about. Nothing in the book says they only skin the humans. I can't remember what color should I paint skin the flayed ones. A book says they only skin the humans. Is that right? Like they're not skinning any others, like Xenos and, or for example, Eldars? But still, like, go oil washes. You will do a lot of easy and fun work. So I'm just stippling on the weapon now. Okay. I think I need to bring out the wet palette, because this paint is drying really fast on here on my dry palette. Yeah, they can skin anything. So imagine fly one orcs. Oh, that's a good idea. Like Necrons with the orc skin. Let me check. Do tau flares. So like a blue skin. That's nice. Okay, let's do his head. And before we switch to a, what you call it, painting the rim of the base, I think we need to reapply on some places the pigments from the base, just to fix more of the mistakes. It's cool. Let me just put my phone into silent mode, because it's beeping. So, let's do this one. These are probably my favorite models, like design-wise. Can anyone tell me what is the proper name of these? These remind me the units from Tomb Kings, the Cobra-like. With the skeleton face. Okay. So far I'm holding the streak with not making a single mistake on this, which is awesome. Not gonna lie. So let's do this big boy. And probably I should wear gloves just for this sheer reason of not like touching these models with the sweaty palms. I think I'm gonna, yeah, let me check, let me fetch my gloves. Oh, this requires a lot of corrections. Yeah. The shaking of the camera is caused by my head bumping into it. But I need to lean closer, so I apologize for that. As you can see, I'm toning the glow down by reintroducing the metallics. So here on this weapon, here, so this. Okay, face, more on the face. Oh damn, the colors are drying so fast, guys. The ideal weather, I love painting during the spring or autumn the most, because the room temperature is ideal in that times. Winter is too cold, so nothing is drying properly, and the summer is like complete opposite. The things are drying too fast. Canoptic rates, correct. Correct, that's a bingo. I'm looking forward for doing the terrain set for these guys, because I will be doing also like these huge display case, like the army is on parade diorama style. And next week we are starting a new terrain project, new huge terrain project, which is a scale and terrain set. That is awesome. That is what I'm looking really forward to. So that's gonna be like a ruined Scalan city submerged in warp-tainted water. So that means there will be a lot of like glowing warp liquid. Look how nice. I've been asking for Necron terrain. It's only 93 here today. How much is that for a Celsius? That sounds a lot as well. Yeah, Necron terrain. Yes. That's gonna be like a full Tomb King style. So imagine the style of these bases, but like with more detailed stuff. By the way, these geometric cubes, we sculpted them on a stream, I printed them, so tomorrow, hopefully, when I take a nice pictures of them, nice promo pictures, they will be available on my Patreon, and I will put them in the lowest tier, so $1 tier, and you can get them ready for printing, guys, so make sure you subscribe to not miss this great deal, and they will stay there forever in the $1 tier. It's a nice addition for the Necrons, because you are breaking the monotony of the presetted bases, right? Also, I did the two big monoliths, which I'm gonna show you very soon, which I did on a Doom site, or how I call it, croissant flyer. Let me put these guys here, and I will put them on once they're done. There. I will definitely buy Terran to make the map look like a freshly opened Necron Tomb world. Yeah, that's exactly what this is gonna be about. So the there will be like the mix between the desert and like the opened parts of a like Necron tombs. With this geomantic cube style, because these monoliths and these cubes are what I think the most fitting for the Necrons when it comes to doing the bases and like terrain. It looks like proper alien, proper Xenos. Guys, have you seen a trailer for new Hellboy? I've seen it, and I've seen a lot of people bashing on it, and I don't know why they're bashing on it, because that looks absolutely awesome. I like the shift in the narrative that this movie will be from the Hellboy being more like younger, and this is like a pure horror. And I really enjoy it, so I'm looking forward. So you know how it is, like you read these articles like, oh, the new Hellboy looked terrible. And these rage baits. And then you open and watch the trailer and you realize that it's absolutely amazing. So I again return to my thesis that in this day and age, like everyone is like feeding on the controversy. So every like news articles, news agencies are creating this unnecessary drama just to like feed on the shock value of everything. And it was like I really enjoyed the trailer. If you haven't watched it, make sure you check it out if you like Hellboy. And I even enjoyed the latest Hellboy movie about the witch, and that was absolutely amazing. Especially I like the designs of those giants, the giant fight scene. If I have to bet my money, I would say that whoever created the design of the giants and demons is a huge fan of Warhammer. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, watch that movie. I think it was awesome. I'm honestly torn between orcs and Necrons for my third army. And orcs are also awesome and very... What the hell? Chorobish. My dog is demolishing my couch. It's tearing it apart. So anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so orcs are really fun to paint, and this was actually my previous commission, like painting commission, was like this huge million-point orc army, and I really enjoyed it. So I made like whole story of these orcs from the planet Urk Prime. So basically I wrote the story that these orcs from this army I painted are on this abandoned Old Ones facility, breeding facility, Urk Prime, and they were led by last living prime orc called Mahkrot Deltor. And that I sculpted from scratch digitally and printed it, and he was like riding on this huge squig. That was really awesome. Okay, size design. And I really love how this is turning out. So toning down the glow is popping a great detail. I think the camera is like reflecting the shine, so it's not doing them a proper justice. But live, they're looking way better. Tomorrow you will see. I'll do the grand reveal, grand preview. Rickstar is saying, I want to learn to paint minis. Well, go ahead. It's a nice and awesome journey. Okay, and now the weapon. Yesterday I started reading Dragon Felix Beast Slayer because I finished Dragon Slayer, and again I stand behind my words. that those are the best fantasy books ever written. And yes, I'm considering Lord of the Rings and everything else. Gotrek and Felix whole series is the best fantasy books ever written. I enjoy it every single time when I read it. This has everything what a good fantasy needs to have. It's absolutely, undoubtedly 10 out of 10. God, those books are so good. Have you read it, guys? If yes, let me know. If not, give it a try. Oh, nice. Look how toned down his eyes are. Not enough Icky Claw. In the Gotrek and Felix? Correct me if I'm wrong, but Ikit Claw has its own part of the story in the Tankwall book, right? When they were like going to make the Doom, how to call it, Doom Cube, or the device which was supposed to cause earthquakes. What is the name of the device? Tell me. I forgot the name, the proper name. Doom Sphere. Was it Doom Sphere? And Tankwall was like ruining their plans once again. Isn't Ikit Claw the oldest Skaven like recorded to ever lived? Or are there even older ones? So go paint the eye nicely. It's nice. And tone down the glow on the weapon. That's my aim. Just a stipple slash do a few streaks of the metallics to tone it down. And for example, here on this generator, I think it's all the. I think he's definitely smart as no one else blew up the moon. But moon wasn't Tankwall blowing up the moon, or was it Ikit? I thought it was. I had the impression that Tankwall blew up the moon. Because in the end times they like all the council of Grey Seers, they like cast away the Tankwall because they like thought that all their misfortune is caused by him, which partially is true because like Tankwall is like the most selfish Skaven. That's really a strong statement, to be most selfish among the Skaven. Alright, that's cool. Now this one is done, let's do this one. I need to lean in a bit more Just so tiny. Alright, and now the weapon. Yeah, most selfish Skaven, that's some Olympic level narcissism. True. But when you think about it, this Order of Graciers were right, because Thankful, like, literally, he caused the most misfortune of all Skaven, for the Skaven, because he was the reason that majority of the big Skaven plans failed. I love when he summoned Scarbrand accidentally. Imagine their surprise when instead of Vermin Lord you summon the angriest demon in existence. And then Thankful hid behind the statue like a coward when he realized what he have done. Okay, now let's do this ugly bug. And I really enjoy reading like passages like from the book from the point of the Skaven. Like nothing is their fault and everyone is plotting against them. Look at these 3 heads I kid bashed on this collector. Or what's the name of this? I forgot again. Evolver or Devolver or something like that. So instead of this boring singular robotic eye, I made him 3 heads from the spare bits. Why not? And attach a giant cannon between his legs. Sorry, arms. So let's paint a few of these parts here. Okay, now let me clean the brush and reload it. Scorpic Destroyer, this 4-legged thing is Destroyer. Isn't that Devolver? Destroyers are these hovering, no? Oh. These hovering fellas. But you might be right, I'm not sure. You indeed may be right. Okay, now let's do the croissant. This will be like the most work required to be done. Now apologize on this one, you will probably not be able to see that much because this model is too big. So the idea why they are so dirty, you may ask. The idea is that they have so much like sand on them because they popped out, literally popped out right of the sand. So even this doom site was buried and then they just emerged. So that's the reason why. Also here on the panel. By the way, this is the monolith which we sculpted. This is the big one that will be also available in tier 1. So make sure tomorrow you'll check it out, guys. It's a good stuff. Okay, just a nice little edge highlights. Now I will need a bigger brush for this. Not just a regular one, but I need a stipple brush, which is this one. Scorpic are the ones with 3 legs? Oh, okay. Have this Scorpic distress. Alright. Good to know. Let's fetch this brush and do the little stippling. Are there any good Necron books, like from the point of the Necrons, and just to get myself into their lore properly? There is one supposed to be about Trazin, right? About the greatest Pokemon collector in the whole Grimdark universe. Okay, this is, oh, maybe here. Maybe a bit here. Just gently stipple. Cool. Okay, that's cool. Alright, let me move it here. Let me have a sip of water and then we do the assessment of all these, that what we do, what we did, what kind of corrections we need. If not any, then we proceed with painting the base rims. Tarzan is goated. I was just... It's on Audible. Nice. So that's like the story format, like the short one, or it's like a whole book? The Infinite and Divine is a great Necron book. Well, thank you, Pato. I'm gonna check it out. Now I'm looking at the Necrons to assess what additional adjustments are needed, but I think that seems okay. So we may proceed to paint the rims of the bases. Let me think of some system to go with. So I will move or you know what? Oh no, never mind. So I'm gonna grab the best black color I've ever seen when it comes to miniature painting, and that's coal black from Pro Acryl. Guys, this is a good stuff. Make sure you check it out. Shouldn't we just do the turtles? Alright. Now, choose a proper brush. This one. Now let's do the rims. Or how Zumikito is calling it, a rimming. If you don't know what is the proper definition of or proper name of the painting rims of your miniatures, it's a rimming. Go and Google it. Ah, you don't see shit. Sorry. I'm painting and you cannot see it. And tomorrow, before I take pictures, I will do the last assessment. So let's say about an hour, and I go every single miniature one by one and look it from all angles. If I don't find any mistakes, it means that they are ready for a photo shoot. Painting these rims is always get me nervous because it would be a shame to make a mistake in this very last step, right? But heads down or heads off or whatever is the right phrasing, it's the most satisfying part of everything. This is basically your finishing move, ain't that right? Uh-oh. Chat, hype me up so I don't make any mistake. I would appreciate a little bit of cheering. Go, Maho, go. Right. So far, so good. I like the part about Trazin that he actually have the in his Pokemon collection. He has the whole Croak armor, and I like the part when he said that it's like super advanced, like way more technologically advanced than a Space Marine armor. I think it was when he was talking with Fabius Bile when he mentioned this. But it's weird that from all that age that there is not much of the Krork armor like kept. It will make sense, so there is more like Krork technology available. Alright. So far so good. Use your card, the Betrayer arms, and paint it flawlessly. Those Berserker arms. Sometimes it's not nice to paint it, especially after like a heavy gym pump, because then your hands are too shaky. But I mastered this step, so I know actually how to like turn the miniature and paint it from the shall I say, the correct angle. So even though when my brush by accident go off the course, it's angled so it will not like go onto the base, but it's not always the case. That's the truth. That's the truth. Sup, brother? Well, thank you very much for your gifts, Sam Clown. That's your name. I'm not like making fun of everyone. That's literally my fan's name. When we actually are mentioning clowns, you know the gif of that clown like standing like this, laughing. It's from the movie Pacifier, and I wanted to to check it out because I kept hearing about it, and I went and checked, like deep dive into that lore, and it seems like a good slasher movie. So I might give it a chance. So his name is Art the Clown, right? And he's like this brutal killer. He's more like a demon of sorts, not just a human, which goes on a rampage and obliterating people. So yeah. Okay. I need to squeeze more of the color. And yeah, this step is so satisfying. Look how fast I'm going without going off the course. And this is the trick I was telling you about, that you have angled your miniatures almost 45 degrees. So you're not touching the base. Here's the right angle for you to see, right? Today, while I was painting, first hour of the day, I was re-listening to Luetin video about the Demon Kulaba. Allegedly most horrifying things from 40k universe. That is some good lore. So guys, for those, are you familiar with Demon Kulaba? That's my question. Demon Kulaba. I'm morbidly fascinated by it, because the way how it describes and how well it is and vividly written, whoever wrote it, I would check his basement just in case. Well, that's brutal, and that's why I love the Grimdark universe. Imagine imagine similar things would be written in Star Wars universe. World would not take it well. Or heck, even for the 40k, Demon Kulaba would never be in the Warhammer series like the live action, because world is not ready for that. Because not many people wants to see 500-pound space marine, adult space marine, to be born from a regular size woman. Yeah, world would not take it kindly, I would say. What do you think, guys? Okay, once I'm done with rimming of these miniatures, of course, we'll check if the pigment powder needs to be reapplied somewhere, but hopefully not. So far I see one good model after another. Look at this one. This is heavily kit-based Necron. So last stream I was telling the story where when I was gluing this poor boy, both of his arms just broke. So I got pissed and I fetched 2 guns from other kit and just glue it instead of his arms. So he has now these 2 plasma arms, gun arms, instead of his regular weapons. So I consider it as an upgrade. What do you think? What do you think, guys? Okay, this one is going into the corner and I need to squeeze more of the colors. Guys, what do you think will be the next 40k army introduced in the world? Since today I have predominantly 40k pens here. Fuck. Take a wild guess. Take a wild guess what will be the next army introduced into 40k Grimdark universe. My guess is Zotes. Yeah. If I have to bet my money, I would bet on Zotes. Last one were Votan, am I right? Leagues of Votan was the latest new race added. Or maybe they will expand, or they will do the climax of the Gazgul versus Angron plot. So what I hope is to Gaz 1v1 Angron, win, banish it to the warp, then Gaz will ascend into Prime Orc, so he will be like the biggest orc seen in at least 9,000 years, because latest Prime Orcs were seen with the Saga of the Beast, roughly after Horus Heresy. It was, I think, 200 years specifically after Horus Heresy, where these huge Prime Orcs were attacking Imperium through their attack moons. And this is where actually Vulcan died. Well, he's a perpetual. However, this was the last time when he was seen. So he and the Beast blew up the generator of the Titan. And Vulcan was never seen from that point. This is the... I mean, it's weird because I always were curious about the explanation of the perpetuals. So how come they say they are immortals, right? However, Vulcan was not seen after, like, it was almost like 9,000 years if I'm not mistaken. So it was something like 31st millennium where he like died along with the beast. Not Beast of Armageddon. Beast of Armageddon is Gazgul, but that was just the beast. It was the 15-meter tall Primorg, leader of the most advanced orcs ever seen in thousands of years. So yeah. Now we are painting the scarab bases. And when we are done with this, I'm gonna show you, if we have still time, something I'm working on digitally. So switch to computer. Let me show you. Guys, I don't want to eat my words, but so far, zero mistakes when it comes to painting rims of the bases. That what I consider as absolute victory. So let's not ruin it. And we still have the big monolith to paint. It's actually now drying in my other studio because I washed it, so the oils are drying there. That is a huge miniature, heavy miniature. Even though it's plastic, it's super heavy. So I made him an extra sturdy big base. And there are a lot of foam rocks carved. Okay, so these, and one last, no, actually two. Forget about the croissant or the doom sight. Now extra careful around here of the gun, nice. And notice how well this black color from Procreal covers, because just one single layer is enough. Now croissant. Oh fuck, I broke it. No. No, 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 no. Oh no. 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 You know the ape meme. Yeah, this is it. Guys, among all these models, can the disaster happen or doing the last one? Is it a cruel irony of fate? Is the fate mocking me? So all these like 50 miniatures or however many we just painted, and the last one broke. Really? This is how you do me? Alright, let's glue it. Oh yeah, let's do this. Okay. So, yeah, I see where it broke. Okay, what? Oh, super glued, right? Whew. Oh, shit. Shoot. Okay. No. But don't worry, we're gonna fix everything. Everything will be fixed and everything will be alright. Yeah. Cool. Okay, now I will not touch it, just for sake of it. Now let me just do a quick assessment. What needs a correction, but I think we are actually good. Yeah. So I think, guys, they are done. Yeah, let me wash my hands. I have them dirty. Alright. So yeah, I think they're alright. So tomorrow I'm gonna take nice pictures of them. Maybe start scanning them, so we have like this digital form maintained for eternity. For scanning, I'm using the Kirin engine. And yes, I think they are alright. Look, here's the whole monolith. If you haven't seen it. Cool. Oh, I need to varnish them, even though I said I'm not varnishing my models. However, a few light streaks won't do them harm. Just a teeny tiny from the airbrush, because these will be like touched a lot, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Alright. Quickly I will show you what I've done, or what I'm sculpting. Let me just... Look, this is the newest addition for my Nurgle army. This cute little wizard. He's dancing and spreading Nurgle's will. So he will be riding the pale spider. Let me just show you what I mean by that. The Nurgle spiders, according to my how to say it, my version, are these. This is what I enjoy the most, making like the ugly mutants. So okay guys. This is what you can look forward to on the next like streams. So Friday stream. Friday is a sculpt day, so we will be finally sculpting something alive. We will be sculpting something live, and yeah, what? That's gonna be a surprise. Probably something additions to the Skaven terrain. But yeah, okay guys, so today we ended quite early because this went surprisingly smooth. So yeah. Guys, thank you very much for being here. It was a pleasure as usual, and I hope I see you on the Friday stream. So Friday Sculpt Day, don't forget to join. And yeah, guys, see you in the next one. Bye.